When you think back to your music class, is this what comes to mind? At Berklee College, one of the country's top music institutions, turntable technique is now credit-worthy. The term turntablism, where'd that come from?
You know, it's been around for a little while now. Turntablism really is the act of playing the turntable as a musical instrument. Here's something to consider, though. Every musical instrument we have started out as something else. And that's the same thing with the turntable. If people are just playing records on it, it's a turntable. But when it gets into the hands of Grandmaster Flash or someone like that, it becomes a musical instrument.
After a 4-year up, Weber finally convinced the Berklee board that the turntable can be used not only as a production tool, but also as a means of live expression and performance. Success was instant. With room for only 8 prospective DJs per class, they now have a waiting list that's 8 times capacity. When you talk about musical genres, where does hip-hop fall in level of importance as far as music culture?
It's very easy to argue right now that hip-hop is probably the most influential form of music, as well as culture, that's come about in the last couple decades.
And it's cross cultures. Once a live street-level form of self-expression in New York's urban neighborhoods, hip-hop has transcended the poverty of its origins to, in just under 30 years, dominate world cultures. Not just in music, but dance, fashion, art, and poetry. And recently, it's crept into the political arena as well.
I try to utilize my power in a positive way to motivate young voters, minority voters, of the importance of this election.
What's interesting about this major musical movement was that the DJs are the guys that really invented hip-hop. Africa Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash, Kool Herc. I mean, they were the architects of this new art form. And it wasn't really until the Sugar Hill Gang put out Rapper's Delight that all of a sudden, you know, oh my God, you mean there's a market for records that where people are rapping?
You bet there is. As rap and hip-hop crossed over to the mainstream, record sales have increased by almost 80% during the last decade, from 8% of overall sales in 1994 to 33% in 2004. It now transcends, you know, demographics, race.
Absolutely.
You know, I find it kind of interesting. I mean, you're an award-winning musician, obviously classically trained, and without making this a race issue, here you are, this white guy who's basically steeped in what is considered an African-American musical culture.
Sure. The language of music is universal. You know, it has no nationality, no race lines. So once you start speaking in this language of music, it really does tear down all these barriers.
And speaking of language, scratching has one of its own. So I couldn't wait to get my hands on the vinyl and start talking. I'm going back to school.
Our first order of business today is, of course, to give you an official DJ name. Have you put some thought into this?
I was thinking DJ Touche. You know,
DJ Touche. Yeah. If by the end of the class we're calling you DJ Touche, you will know it fits. Let's start out doing a little scratching, shall we? First off, let's talk about hand position. Just like any other musical instrument, the way you use your hands is very important. Just put your hand down on the turntable, just like this. Just bring your fingers up just a bit, and bring your wrist up just a hair. And that's, we're going to want to keep everything really loose and fluid in here. Let's try just doing a little call and response, okay? First off, the basic scratch or the baby scratch, which is just back and forth just like this. I'll play a little bit and you guys play it back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. First me. 1, 2, 3. Now you guys. Very good. So that's the basic scratch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna get Radar to do a little rhyming, all right? Gonna get Charlie here, paint chip, and DJ Buzz here to do a little cutting underneath. And then at the end here, why don't you bring in Al to do a little of the stuff that he's learned so far, all right?
Yeah, I like to say hello to Mr. Al Roker. Welcome to my class and I'll be your chauffeur. Yeah, I'm going to host this raw skill, mass appeal. Got needle juice, chillin' on the Wizzard Theodore, and I'm Raida Ellis. A lot of fellas get jealous, but what can you tell us? I rock over beats or acapella. Yeah, get loose, touche, get loose, and let the whole world know that you got juice and have fun, and have fun, yeah, have fun, come on. Go touche, go touche, go touche, go touche, Natural.
Bravo!
Did you pass the final exam?
I'm going to be at a rave in the village this weekend.
Congratulations. Go,
Very
DJ
cool.
Touche. That was cool. You really did great, Al. Thanks very much.
All our friends at Berklee College.